gaming folks, I'm Zikin. Today, we're diving into a topic that's more present in video games than the jump button: ludonarrative dissonance. Yes, that fancy word that sounds more like a cheat code. But don't worry, I'll break it down so even a Goomba could get it. You know that weird feeling when you're doing questionable stuff in games and developers try to make you feel like the worst human being on the planet? Well, someone seems fed up with that emotional play, and between us, who can blame them? I don't know about you, but I've never felt bad about stomping on a Goomba's head or taking down a dozen NPCs. I mean, they asked for it, right? It's not my fault if they were in the way of my epic mission to save the world. And here comes ludonarrative dissonance, like that friend who never knows which game they're playing. This fancy term basically says there's a disconnect between the game's story and the actions the player takes. It's like baking a chocolate cake and putting ketchup instead of syrup. It just doesn't make sense. This issue isn't new, right? Games like Spec Ops, The Line, and The Last of Us. Part 2 tried to make us feel things, but often we end up laughing more than crying. After all, who needs therapy when we have a joystick? Am I right? And even though some games desperately try to make us reflect on our virtual choices, in the end, ludonarrative dissonance is like that aunt who shows up at the party, ruins the mood, but we ignore her and keep on gaming. So, folks, what do you think about this whole ludonarrative dissonance thing? Ever felt guilty for making questionable decisions in games? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming banter. Until the next video, where we find out if NPCs really have feelings. Spoiler alert, they don't. Bye, gamers.